Well, welcome to Hamilton County TV. I'm Perry Williams. Alongside me today is Westfield's head football coach, Jake Gilbert. Welcome, Coach.
Hi, Perry. Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, another close game, another tough battle. Let's talk a little bit about your victory over the Noblesville Millers.
Yeah, we like to make it entertaining for the fans, I think, Perry. So we keep them close. But the positive would be the poise that we've shown to win close games. I think good teams win close games. We've now won one in overtime by a point, one in regulation by a point, and one where we were tied deep into the fourth quarter. So we're going to find the positive in that. We can come back and win football games, but obviously the negative would be that sometimes we should distance ourselves, we should put teams away, and we haven't been very good at those things. So we have plenty of work to improve on. But I mean, we're not going to apologize for being 4-0.
No, absolutely
First
not.
place in HCC, you better enjoy it while you have it.
That's right. That's right. And the one thing about it's like I said in last week's interview, no fans and no students leave the game because they never know what's going to happen. So
the concessions, the band should be happy with us.
Yes,
we're selling extra
absolutely,
items
absolutely.
while we're keeping everyone engaged.
Well, I guess we need to talk about this week's game because it's going to be a whale of a football game in my mind. Southeastern came back in an overtime victory against a very good Fishers team. So let's talk about Southeastern because they have a lot of weapons and a very talented running game.
Yeah, I think they're the most talented they've been in years, to be honest. They've got two Division I tackles, one of whom has a Notre Dame offer. They've got a Division I receiver, a Division I tailback. Those two guys are very special. Last week against Fishers, they had 4 touchdowns that were 67 yards or more. So it just shows you how explosive they are. Then on defense, on the season, I think they have 5 total returns between defensive pick sixes and kicking game returns. I think they have 5 return touchdowns. So all 3 phases, they've been explosive. They're fast. They present problems, especially for a team like us. So we will definitely have our hands full. On top of all that, they're very well coached. They're physical and they're coached well. They don't make a lot of mistakes. I think they've done a great job over there.
Yeah, the one thing about it, once we get in this Hoosier Crossroad Conference, which we now have, this will be week 3, right, for the conference.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's unbelievable to say, but you just can't make any mistakes, or you're going to be on the wrong side of the score.
We dodged a bullet last week. Well, both the last 2 weeks, we're very fortunate, but you just, if you give away anything, there's a good chance you're going to lose. So this is not a charity. We tell our kids that all the time. We're very nice, kind, giving people here, but on the football field, this is not a charity. If we give Southeastern anything, I'm sure that'll make it all the tougher. So we're going to have to play very well, not make any colossal mistakes that lead directly to points for them or prevent points for us.
Yeah, and you're also going to Southeastern, okay? And, just like home games are important. I mean, I know that the field's the same size in every conference game and every game you play, but, the crowd gets pumped up. I will have to say, even in the Westfield-Noblesville game, both sides were packed.
Yeah, it's a great environment pretty much every week, especially when there's big games. So, they're undefeated, we're undefeated. First place is on the line for the HCC. I would expect that they'll have a great crowd. They typically do when we play over there.
Yeah.
And hopefully our students rise to the occasion and we have a good crowd as well. But it's once you get going and get playing, it's all really about what happens out there in between the lines.
That's right. And and you got to be ready at all times.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
our kids will hopefully have a great week of practice behind us. We're still there, still working through that, but hopefully we have a great week overall, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Now, Coach, I know that right after the ball game, each week. I mean, you just start on the next week of preparing and everything. So you've had a little bit of practice behind you. You just flip the switch as far as the kids and they move on. You celebrate that night a little bit and then you move on. I know you don't celebrate much at all.
Yeah, I want them to enjoy it, and I
Yeah.
really want our coaches to enjoy it. I personally enjoy it for about 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and then kind of move on to the next one. But the challenge and the hunt of it all, that is what's enjoyable to me, much more so than the actual outcome. So the outcome's more relief, you know. So that's okay because that's who I am. But there's about 15 minutes there where I enjoy it, and then I think about how we have to get our team better to win that next game. And then by the time everyone's there the next morning, yeah, you're pretty much moved on and focused on the next team.
Yeah, and the one thing about the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, you know, top to bottom, there are good coaches on all the teams in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. So every week you know that they're going to put in a little wrinkle that you haven't quite seen in the game before, or two.
Yeah, I gotta be careful what you wish for. You know, these guys are so good that we play this week that hopefully it wrinkles. They keep a couple of those guys out of the game, and
Yeah.
but they're just so well coached, and they know who they are and what they do. So I think that's a great coach team from Mike Kelly and his squad and his assistant coaches. But every single week, I mean, guys are coached well.
Yes.
We've played Zionsville and Noblesville both. We won both of those games. I felt like the coaching from those two outfits was as good or better than the coaching that we put forth those nights. So, you know, I don't think we won those games because we outcoached them. I feel like those guys did a great job coaching. So, yeah, we're gonna have to coach well the duration here for us to continue to pull out these close games.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking time out from your busy schedule, and good luck this week on your game at Hamilton Southeastern.
Appreciate it, Perry. Go Rocks.